Till 45, 50, but you still love it, enjoy it, 100% like you started that thing.
There was no grand announcement, no staged handshake, no flashy branding with flags or hype, just a raw, unfiltered moment. A 30-second clip posted suddenly on social media, showing Manny Pacquiao's gloves slicing through the air like gunfire. No build-up, no promo, no warning. It didn't ask for validation, nor did it tease a comeback or tag anyone in particular. Yet, the boxing world listened, because when Pacquiao trains like that, silence screams louder than any words. Fans flooded comment sections, analysts analyzed in slow motion, and legends dropped respect emojis. But amidst all the chatter, one name hovered just beyond the conversation: Canelo Alvarez. Not because he was mentioned, but because in that fleeting moment, Pacquiao's display of movement and power cast a shadow over everyone, especially the reigning champ. Canelo Alvarez is known for his calculated approach, pacing, poise, and a silence that often speaks volumes. His career has been built on avoiding unnecessary noise, weathering trash talk and internet callouts with calm resilience. But this wasn't ordinary noise. The Pacquiao training video was simple, no drama or spectacle, just pure focus. That's exactly what made it impossible for a fighter like Canelo to ignore. Pacquiao's footwork, tempo, and relentless violence weren't nostalgia, they were relevance. They spoke a language Canelo understands deep down: hunger. And that's why, even without a single word, that moment felt intensely personal. For Canelo, who trains at altitude, who lives for discipline, who obsessively fine-tunes every detail, seeing a 46-year-old legend still moving like that wasn't just admiration. It was a gut check. It forced even the most disciplined champions to question their own limits. Whether Canelo publicly reacted or not, the boxing community was already speaking for him, whispering questions, drawing comparisons, wondering if this silence was really respect or awe.
Red, official weight 145, 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 50 victories, including 38 knockouts.
In a sport driven by bravado, where every punch warrants a quote, and every jab headlines, Canelo's quiet observation wasn't empty. It was loaded. Pacquiao's movement wasn't just sharp for his age, it was sharp, period. His speed didn't look like a memory, it felt like a threat. For fighters still trying to prove themselves, it was a stark reminder: some legends never truly exit, they become the atmosphere, unseen yet impossible to ignore. Canelo, the standard-bearer, found himself measured against something intangible: rhythm, discipline, spirit, defining a kind of greatness that transcends titles.
Encouraged by MannyPacquiao in this fourth round, under a minute left. And there Pacquiao lands the combination.
And that's the part fans couldn't stop talking about. It wasn't what Canelo said, it was what he didn't. The man who usually sets the tone in boxing, who commands headlines, suddenly found himself in the passenger seat of the narrative. Not because he fell off or lost, but because someone from a different era reminded everyone what raw hunger looks like. No contracts, no belts, just a gym, a trainer, and an unquenchable fire. When Pacquiao trains like that, every champion feels it, like a ghost of the past haunting the present. All of this unfolded without any official link, no sparring photos, no staged sessions, not even a selfie. Just fans connecting dots, imagining what the unseen interactions might be. That's what moments like this do, they create tension, provoke questions. Pacquiao didn't need to train with Canelo for it to be a challenge. His mere presence in that clip was enough to recalibrate the sport. It wasn't about resumes. It was about rhythm, movement, work ethic. A 46-year-old man disrupting the scene with nothing but focus and fire. And whether it was intentional or not, he called every top fighter to the mat silently, powerfully.
That was insane 10-punch combo.
Goes to the flurry again. Up.
When fans envisioned Canelo's first response after seeing that footage, they weren't expecting a press release or a heated reply. They were reading body language, chasing the moment behind the scenes. Because that 30 seconds wasn't just a training clip, it was a challenge to the entire sport. Pacquiao's movement was sharp, fierce, and rebellious against the notion that age diminishes greatness. It was a reminder that some legends don't fade, they evolve, they persist, they fight with everything they've got. The beauty of it? No words were necessary. No face-offs or staged confrontations, just a moment of undeniable truth. Pacquiao didn't need to announce a comeback or promote a rematch, he simply moved with purpose. That movement, that rhythm, reminded everyone that true greatness often isn't loud, it's quiet, persistent, and relentless. When Pacquiao steps back into the spotlight, even without saying a word, every current champion feels it, an echo of what it takes to stay at the top. Because legacy isn't just about titles, it's about how you move when the cameras are off. Pacquiao's raw, unfiltered work ethic didn't need a stage. It was pure, it was real, and it reignited a deeper conversation about dedication, discipline, and the heart of boxing. Canelo, for all his dominance, felt that silent challenge. And in that silence, Pacquiao proved that greatness doesn't retire, it finds new ways to inspire, to push, to remind us all what it truly means to be a fighter. For Canelo, this was a rare moment. He usually controls the narrative, the timing, the buzz. But this time, he was the echo, not the origin. Pacquiao's movement, his focus, forced the conversation to shift less about hype, more about substance. No belts, no rankings, just effort, passion, and the unspoken truth that some fighters never stop chasing perfection. That moment didn't just challenge Canelo. It challenged the entire sport to reflect on what greatness really looks like when the cameras turn off. And perhaps the most remarkable part, Pacquiao didn't need to call anyone out. He just existed, moving, sweating, working like a man possessed. And in doing so, he pulled Canelo and everyone else into a conversation about effort, discipline, and legacy. Because true greatness isn't just about titles or fame, it's about showing up every day, relentless in pursuit. Pacquiao's brief clip was a silent thunderclap, a reminder that even in retirement, his presence still commands the sport's attention. And in that quiet, Canelo and the entire boxing world paused, listening.